Hello everyone, hi, how are you guys doing today? Welcome back to another episode reaction to Chainsaw Man. That's right, my name is Matt. Hello, what's up? So, okay, we're doing episode 7 today. I'm just gonna let you know right now, I look like shit and I also kind of feel like shit. I'm a little bit sick. I woke up like literally 10 minutes ago. In an ideal world, I shouldn't be recording this. However, we don't live in an ideal world. I have to record this right now because I'm not going to be able to later today. And also, I am afraid of getting spoiled because we live in a hell nightmare internet era where algorithm determines everything. But beyond that is the fact that the algorithm pushes things to my face. So it knows that I like Chainsaw Man, so it will just push me the spoilers to Chainsaw Man, whether I like it or not. So I have to watch this as soon as possible. And it's already been a day because this aired yesterday and I've been off everything. I've just been playing like a little bit of games and stuff, and then I just went to bed. But now I'm here. So okay, Chainsaw Man it is. What's up? Last time on Chainsaw Man, what happened? We got killed Denji where everyone tried to kill Denji. Like, everyone just turned on the group dynamic and they were like, well, fuck it. If the only way to get out is to kill this dude, then we're gonna do that. Aki protected him. I fell in love with Himeno. I think she's one of, if not the best character in Chainsaw Man. I mean, personally, my ranking is Power and Himeno. I am, at this point, not sure who I like more. I just like both really a lot for completely different reasons. But then at the end of the episode, Denji had this moment where he was like, well, the devil, the eternity devil actually doesn't want to kill me himself. Like, it told you guys to kill me. So I'm thinking, well, maybe he doesn't want to deal with me himself for some reason. So that's something to go on. So he hatches this plan of, what if I just jump in and just start shredding him with my chainsaws? Because even if he can't die, maybe he'll just feel enough pain that he'll just kill himself. That's a good plan. I like it. It's metal as fuck. Alright, I think we may begin now. I want to do this as quickly as possible. So yeah, Patreon. Check out the Patreon link in the description below. Pop up on screen. You can support the channel and get access to full reaction episodes. Alright, that's it. Let us begin. So, Chainsaw Man episode 7. Let's go. Oh! Maximum the hormone! Demon at the name of devil! Demon at the name of devil! They recognize you. Fuck yes! God, this episode fucks already. I need the full version of this song already. Like, God, this is so good! Con. Yes, that's concerning. Yeah, she saw it. I think we're hearing bits of the full version of the song here, maybe. Yes, this is not in the normal version. How far have you fallen, Chainsaw? Ugh. Okay. Fuck! Maximum the Horn got introduced for the fucking... God, shit! We got cut off by funky Kenshi Jonezu. I mean, this song fucks too, but... Maximum the Hormone is no longer playing. This is a problem. Oh, eating him to replenish. Yeah, yep. He did that against the bad devil, so this is a thing. Yep, that's the devil. The ones that make it are the crazy ones. There's logic to this. I feel like I've heard this voice actor before. What about you, Himena? Don't you dare fucking die on me. We need to prepare him. She's afraid. She's trying to get him out of this. She cares too much. You should just start slurping blood. Oh. Oh. Yep. Yep. I'm a fucking professional motion machine! Oh my god. I mean, a little bit. Maybe he can. Pain. It's hurting. It's hurting a lot. How long has it been? These guys are fucking losing it. Oh yeah, he got stabbed a little bit. How long? 3 days? Aww. Is it? Please kill me, I'm sorry, I apologize, this is my heart. Is that it? Oh my god! Oh! I'm pretty sure nothing changed. He did have a fragment. Oh my, okay, at least it was worth it, I guess. I'm feeling good, like I just took a huge shit. These two are fucking traumatized for life. Just like, what the fuck just happened? Okay. I don't blame them. That's also true. I mean, he is interested because he is weird. Okay. Who's... There are some people here that I haven't seen. Sashimi shall all be mine. Oh my god. The fried chicken is so mine. Akai looks... Alright, sorry. He's like, oh my god. Oh, he doesn't know a lot of kanji. Yes, the kisu. Yeah. Oh my god. She's fucking drunk as fuck. I'm 16 if I remember right. I just eat and sleep. Yeah, he is very young. 22! Contra with the Fox Devil. He writes haikus! That's kind of cute. Oh! Oh, the Fox Devil is friendly! Uh-huh. 20? You don't want to say who you have a contract with. Okay. You like eating tasty stuff. Kobeni has 8 sisters. What? Whoa, okay. How casual that is. They are so completely desensitized to it. Yep. Oh. Oh my god. Ah! Oh my god. Oh really? Is she that important? It's freaking... oh my god. I am afraid of Makima whenever she's on screen. Oh, that's like something interesting to keep in mind. Yep. Oh. Whoa. Oh my god. Oh my god. They're all fucking dying. She's not phased at all. Oh. How high is yours then? 72! Okay. Then it was 120. 500, I think. Maybe 1,000. Oh! I'm afraid. She's just looking.
柔らかい柔らかいなんだこれ舌じゃないゲロだ
Oh my god!
トラウマだなこりゃ
Oh my god!
デイジは口に入れた栄養になるものを飲み込む癖があるんじゃ
Oh my god. Oh, that animation. Oh, why was it like that? Oh, and now we get a flashback to him literally eating garbage.
見ろポチタネズミが酔っ払いのゲロに集まってら
Oh.
同じ哺乳類として情けねえぜ
I mean, thank you, Alright, for being here. He cares. Oh, he's crying.
里帰りの酔った母さんをよく介抱してたんだ
Oh, that's
お
cool.
前みたいにデビルハンターの才能はなかったわな羨ましいだとこっちやよ
Dude, my first kiss tastes like barf. Where's Denji?
あれ
Yep.
ジ君は
姫野先輩が背負って連れて行きましたよ。
Really?
どこだここ水
I'm telling you, I am afraid that Makima will, I don't know, fucking kill him. You know? Because, like, she's something in the middle of the manipulation path. Oh, you're in her house. Okay. Alrighty then. Alright. This is a thing that's happening. A little bit concerning, not gonna lie. Bro, you gotta run. I don't think he, but he wouldn't.
マキマさんのことラブでしょ
But
そんなやめときゃいいしもうマキ君もあんな照れちゃってさ
okay, she notices that. I am afraid for a lot of things right now. This one being one of them too.
しちゃう
Okay, that's my episode ender. Oh, okay. Wait, what is this? I like this ending. This is like 1980s. Is this gonna be a city pop song? Oh, it's like a video game too. Okay, I like this. The barf kiss. Oh my god. I really wish this song was actually city pop so it would fit with these visuals. Alrighty then. Okay, things just happen. A lot of things just happen. I'm just gonna go now. I have stuff to say, but bro, I don't know if I have the time to record it right now. I'll see you guys later. Bye. Alright, hello. Sorry, it's been like, I don't know how long, like 8-9 hours since I watched the episode. I feel a lot better now. Later into the day, I took a shower. I had a headache, but then it went away. So I'm feeling refreshed. Let's talk about Chainsaw Man. A lot of things just happened in this episode. I mean, okay, okay, I'm gonna say this right away because this is immediately the thing that stands out to me the most, and it's the fact that okay, I'm going to for a second move beyond the entire Misato Katsuragi moment that Himeno had, and I'm actually not as worried about the whole underage teenager who doesn't know any better grooming. What I'm actually worried about, and I was worried about during that scene actually, like that entire scene, I was literally just thinking to myself like her head is gonna explode or something. Like and the reason why I thought that is because since Makima walked on screen, I was like, she's gonna kill her. Like, and the moment that like they went off together, and I was kind of hoping it wouldn't go in the direction that it went, with Himeno telling Denji, hey, let's fuck, but that's where we are now. However, what I'm worried about is Makima just killing Himeno. And the thing is, okay, we're going back to episode 5 here. And the thing about episode 5, and I know for a fact that a lot of people didn't realize this, but okay, when Makima basically had that entire sequence with Denji, and the thing that everyone focuses on is the fact that Denji touched her boob, I don't think that's as important as everything else that happened there, because what she did, and of course it's obvious that she's manipulating him, but the secondary layer that you have to realize there is that the only reason why she did that is because Denji told her, I touched boobs and it didn't feel that great. But she didn't do it. She didn't do that out of the kindness of her heart, and she didn't do that in order to manipulate him. She did that in order to reaffirm herself as the sole source that has hold over Denji. She's the only person that has control over Denji. She wants to establish herself as that, and she saw herself as that. But suddenly Denji came to her and was like, hey, I touched boobs. And Makima, she had one shot that was just a close-up of her eye, singular eye, and it was like the most psychopathic stare I've ever fucking seen. I actually probably like have it right here because I posted it on my YouTube like community tab. Like, to me, this stood out so hard. Here it is. So Denji tells Makima, I touched boobs and it didn't feel that great. And Makima has this stare. And then she goes, Denji, I believe that when it comes to sexual matters, it feels a lot better if you do it with someone who you can connect with. And then she started being intimate with him. She started doing the thing with the fingers and feeling her cheek and feeling her ear and biting on his thumb and then doing the whole thing. And then he touched her boob. And then it was this thing of like, he almost had a fucking heart attack because, oh my god, we're so intimate. Reaffirming herself as the only source of Denji's release, basically, so then she can control him better. But the reason why she did that is because she realized that Denji has been touching someone else's boobs. Denji has been having another person that he's going to, which means that Makima doesn't have as much control over him as she thought she did, and that's why that scene happened. So, with that in mind, this episode, Himeno kisses Denji in front of Makima, and the entire time I was just freaking out. Not because the kiss was happening, and not even because of the barf. I mean, the barf was fucking gross. Like, I like, Semblance of Sanity uploaded the reaction to it. And, like, I look at their thumbnail, and it's just them freaking the fuck out. And I know it's because of the barf. I haven't watched the video, but I know it's because of that. But I was freaking out because I'm seeing Denji kissing Himeno. Well, Himeno kissing Denji more specifically. And Makima is just, like, staring at them. She's saying nothing. She's doing nothing. She's just drinking and just staring at them like this. And she even questioned them, like, what is this about a kiss that you're talking about? And then she's like, it's nothing, ma'am. Anyways, so how was work? And she's like, it's good. What is this about the kiss you're talking about? It's like, oh man. And what was Makima's reaction when she was like, where's Denji? And they told her, oh, Himeno took him somewhere. And okay, if oh my god, like, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing is that I am terrified of Makima. I don't know how y'all feel about Makima. Every piece of like Makima fan art that I've been seeing for the past 2 years, she looks terrifying. And I was seeing that fan art and I was like retweeting it, and I was like, hell yeah, this looks so cool. I can't wait to watch the show whenever the anime gets released. And now it has been released, and now I'm sitting here thinking like, okay, now that I actually care about this character, now I'm terrified of her. Because we can see how hard she can manipulate people, which is all the traits of a psychopath. She doesn't care about nothing. I mean, she cares about something, but I don't know what. Like, I don't know why she's doing the things that she's doing. Like, is it out of like a sense of like duty? Is it out of like a sense of like, I want to kill all devils? Is it like a weird like modern crusade that she's going on? I don't know what her ultimate goal is and what her personal stake on anything is, and that's something I definitely want to know. Because Denji even like said something like that in like episode 2. He was like wondering, I wonder if she has like a goal like that, and then we never elaborated on it. And I'm just sitting here thinking about it, like, what is it? Whatever it is, I'm terrified of what she can do in order to accomplish it, because I feel like it's literally anything. And Himeno is standing in the middle of it. I've told my friend this. I was like, I have like I think it's like an 85% chance that Himeno's gonna fucking die. With an 80% chance that it's gonna happen next episode. And maybe not the next episode, but maybe the next episode. Like, I'm fucked up, man. Because like, I don't I like Himeno as a character. And okay, we're gonna have to talk about what happened now because this is very important. She's grooming kids now. Oh man. The thing about Himeno is that like I get the character, I think at least. But the thing that we understand about Himeno is that she definitely has a thing for Aki, and Denji is kind of acting as Aki's stand-in right here in this scene. And she even says like, you and Aki and everybody, they're all about Makima. Like, why is that? Like, she's almost because that means that she realizes it. That means that she realizes that Aki is into Makima because he is. Like, he doesn't really show it that much, but we've seen hints of it, and I'm like, okay, I can tell that this is a thing. So Aki's into Makima, Denji's into Makima, and Himeno's having this moment of like, why is that? Like, so because she's drunk off her ass, she just grabs Denji and just takes Denji home with her because she can't do that to Aki, and she's using Denji as kind of like Aki's weird stand-in. That's not cool. I just want to go on the record and say that's not cool. I understand that she's drunk off her ass, which means that she probably doesn't have like the judgment in order to behave in a manner that's not gross. And I feel like, okay, I'm thinking about it because I was thinking about this just before I started recording. The question becomes, will there be sex? I would have said no, and I kind of want to say no. I feel like either, I don't know, like, Denji's gonna be able to be like no, which would be surprising considering this is Denji we're talking about. Himeno is gonna have a moment of clarity, and she's gonna be like, no, we can do this, which would be great. In fact, like, I can see like even her doing that and then like breaking down talking about Aki or something like that, because this is definitely where she's coming from. And like, we talk extensively about how Himeno feels regarding Aki previous episode, and we see it even in this episode a lot. Third choice is Makima shows up at Himeno's house and just fucking offs her, like right there, just fucking ices her. I don't know how, just shoots her with a gun or some shit. Makima has to have a power of sorts. Like, I was thinking about like a spatial Asian or whatever, but no, in reality, she should have a contract with a devil of sorts, because everyone has a contract with a devil. Even Kobini has. Like, she even had this moment where she was like, yeah, I have a contract with a devil, but I'm not gonna say which one it is. Arai has a contract with the Fox Devil, but the Fox Devil seems to be friendly towards humans. That's really nice. Everyone should have a contract with the Fox Devil. But you know what? This makes sense, because like I feel like what you have to give to the Fox Devil in order to use its incredible power is not a lot. So just giving the Fox Devil a little bit of skin is like, you know what? Yeah, that's fine. Considering how fucking OP the Fox Devil is, he can just one-shot a fight. But okay, that explains that the Fox Devil is nice. But whatever, what I was saying is, Makima has to have a power of sorts. I mean, she's a devil hunter, so she has to have a power of sorts. And I was thinking about this earlier, because I was thinking, like, does she have a power? Like, maybe she's like an office worker. But no, in the first episode, she actively went to try and kill the zombie devil herself, which means that she has to have some kind of power. I don't know what power, but we'll see. Himeno is like, to me, in my mind, she's like fucking dead already. Like, and I'm sad about that, because like I really like the character of Himeno. Like, regardless of what happened in this episode, I still like her as a character. I mean, we're surprisingly just watching Evangelion now, like to a little degree, like a little bit, like, because this show seems to clearly be about a lot of characters that have a lot of issues, and they're not talking about it, and we're all seeing them just struggle to, well, cope with it, but also just find comfort in one another in every sense of the word, in the bad ways and good ways, but that's kind of what the struggle seems to be. That's definitely a thing for Himeno. It is kind of a thing for Aki. It is definitely a thing for Denji. It is kind of a thing for Power. I see it. I'm this comparison is not unfounded. Whatever the outcome of this scene is gonna be, I think there might not be sex. I'm gonna incline towards that direction. However, what I thought, just before I started recording, because again, it's been several hours, Denji's first time with anything has always been bad. So he was freaking out about the first time he's gonna touch boobs. He touched a boob, and literally the first time he did, it was a fake boob. And this is something that I was thinking about. I was like wondering what is the purpose to that fake boob, because immediately after he touches that fake boob, that power put, the padding, then he touched her boobs anyway. So I was like, why make the first one a fake? And then in this episode, he has his first kiss, and his first kiss is a barf kiss. She barfs in his mouth. It's fucking disgusting. The fact that it was censored too. I mean, thank God it was censored. But anyway, like that's what happens. Himeno just fucking barfs in his mouth. And he has this moment where he's puking into the toilet next to Arai. Arai seems cool, actually. I like him. But he was like, my first kiss was a barf kiss, man. And then he continues barfing. And it's like, okay, now that we see this, I feel like something that the show is kind of going to do thematically is that every time Denji has like the first thing that he wants to get, like, oh my god, I want to touch two boobs for the first time, I want to get my first kiss, I want to have my first time having sex with someone. I feel like every time he's gonna have his first time, it's gonna be bad. I feel like every time is gonna be bad. I feel like that's something the show is gonna continuously do. Like, Denji desperately wants to get something, and then the moment he gets it, it's like a monkey's paw situation. And then that just becomes something that he kind of doesn't want to do anymore. So if that's the case, having sex with Himeno, like right here, would kind of thematically fit. Because if we're going to do that, then that means that Denji's first time has to be real bad. And if Denji's first time is going to be real bad, I can't think of any other ways other than with Himeno right here. Because, like, this is literally just like a drunk woman that's using you as a stand-in for her co-worker crush. She might barf on you while you're doing it. She might die while you're doing it, because I'm expecting that at this point. So, thematically, I can see this happening. So the likelihood of sex has gone up for me ever since I watched the episode. Because when I originally watched it, I'm like, okay, this is probably not going to happen. It's fucked up, but it's probably not going to happen. And now I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, well, if I think about this thing that I'm building up here with the first time things, this could happen. I kind of hope it doesn't. Because it would be really weird. It would be really weird. Stop grooming children, anime women. What are we doing? Like, I found a picture today. Like, so immediately I went on Twitter, and so like I said, I hadn't gone on Twitter since like yesterday when I was watching the episode because I was afraid of spoilers. And then immediately go on Twitter, and I see like a post about Himeno being the same as Misato Katsuragi. And then I found this image as a response to it, and it made me really laugh, because I'm like, yeah, it's this thing. It's like, oh my god, like why are we doing Makima too? Like, that's the other thing. Like, we can talk about him and all we want, but really, Makima has been doing this shit since episode 1, and it's worse with Makima, to me at least, because like, everything Makima does is very clearly like fucked up manipulation, and it's weird to me how people can see that and be like hell yeah, Denji, get it, right? When it comes to Himeno, it's fucked up that this is happening at all, but like, Himeno is like a depressed, fucked up mess. So I'm not as upset towards Himeno as I am towards Makima, because Makima is fucking chilling and fucked up and psychopathic. Meanwhile, Himeno is a drunken, depressed mess that can not do anything, and she's making a lot of wrong mistakes here. I guess we need to learn more about Makima. I guess that's where we're going here, because Makima seems psychopathic, but I need to understand. I need to understand why. The everything about Makima. Not anything, just the everything about Makima. Anyway, so that's... Oh yeah, we have an extended sequence like right here at the beginning where we see Himeno and her senpai or master. The subtitle says master. I don't remember how she called him. But we have this guy, who I've seen in the intro, by the way. This guy has like blonde hair. He looks like he's been through a lot. He looks rough. I like his voice actor. I feel like I've heard him in somewhere before. But we have a sequence where they talk about how you have to be kind of nuts in order to make it in this job. Because if you're not nuts, then you're afraid. And if you're afraid, then demons become stronger. So you have to be insane in order to fucking do this job correctly. Otherwise, you're just gonna fucking die. Because they're having this conversation as they're standing on the graves of their dead partners. And Himeno is like, oh yeah, every partner Himeno has had has died. But then we have this sequence where, again, what we talk about previous episode becomes more clear. And it's that Himeno is like, I don't want Aki to die because at this point we can just say she loves him. Which means that she's just straight up trying to convince him, like, hey, let's quit public safety. Let's go and get a private job. You know, I got a good offer. If we get a private job, like, we will have to take on, like, weaker devils. Because private jobs usually take on weaker devils. And it's the government's task in order to take the really dangerous ones. So it's like, okay, let's go and take on the weaker devil. So she wants to take care of him. She's willing to do it, like, with her... She's willing to tag along too. Like she desperately wants to save Aki because she's just at this point traumatized that everyone around her dies. So she's like, okay, I'm not gonna let that happen to this one, because at this point she's in love with him after the small, like, almost petty thing that he did previous episode. I mean, in the flashback, which was really cute. And I pointed out how cool it was, that one shot of him and who's that she's laughing but also crying. And it's like, oh, this is like the first time anyone has like shown care around her in like the past like decade. So of course she just completely just cracks. She's like, okay, I will die for you. I really like this character a lot, which is why like this whole like she's drunk as fuck. She's about to groom the fuck out of this kid. She's barfing in his mouth. Like all of this like tracks. Okay, all of this like I can see a logical leap from one to the other. It paints a really fucked up character. I like fucked up characters. I like this character. I hope they don't bang. that's just the simplest way to say it. I really hope that doesn't happen. I also hope she doesn't just fucking die. And I think that she might. Let's talk. Okay. There's a couple other things I want to say about this episode, even though that was like the most important thing. At the beginning, okay, we got the resolution to the previous fight. This also means that like the way they are, I mean, I kind of noticed this already before, but like the way they are like directing these episodes, they are not trying to make these episodes like fit, like a start and end in like good points. Regarding manga, they're just adapting manga chapters, and whatever the runtime is, it whatever, you know. So we got an episode where the resolution to this entire like Eternity Devil arc was like seen in like the first 3 minutes of this episode, and then we just left, and then the rest of the episode was them like celebrating, getting drunk, and barfing, and drunk sex, and whatever. I followed a Himeno artist on Twitter. Like 2 weeks ago, and now I'm remembering that their Twitter handle, like their Twitter name, was Himeno Drunk Sex Gaming, and I think they changed it to Himeno Sexy Barf Gaming, and now I get why. This was like a week ago, and I didn't even know. I was like, yeah, whatever, sure. You know, Twitter archists just write whatever the fuck as their name handle, and I'm like, sure, I get it. I do the same thing. Now I'm realizing that that's actually a thing. That's something that's like actually from the manga. So, okay, Sexy Barf Gaming Himeno, hell yeah. Okay, but we got the resolution to the Eternity Devil fight, and it worked. Denji's plan worked. I'm just gonna go in and I'm gonna fucking chainsaw it. And it didn't kill itself. We actually did reach the heart, and he just cut it, and then they won. And apparently they, like, the Eternity Devil also had a Gun Devil piece. So, cool. It wasn't all for nothing. It was actually pretty good. Like, mission succeeded. What was really cool is that Denji showed that we've seen before against the Bad Devil that he like drank blood and he healed. So in this fight, what he does is that he just goes in and just starts slicing the fuck out of this Eternity Devil, and the Eternity Devil is fighting back and it's getting some good hits in. The thing is that Denji's just a berserker now. He's like slicing him and then he just drinks him because, again, there's no like gorier weapon than chainsaws. So he's just chainsawing him and all the pieces are just falling and then he's just slurping on his blood. And at one point I think Himeno helps him. Like, yeah, she uses the ghost hand in order to like pull on the chainsaw trigger, and then Denji just reels back in and just drinks some blood and is like, all right, I'm going. I think he says something like, I'm a goddamn perpetual cycling machine, something like that. I can't wait to hear the dub for these episodes. Like, okay, so I've been watching like Blind Wave's reactions to Chainsaw Man. I'm a sucker for reactions, I'm not gonna say. But like Blind Wave watched just the dub for Chainsaw Man, and the dub episodes come out like 2 weeks behind the Japanese ones. I've been having a blast watching those reactions. Like, the Chainsaw Man dude is fucking good. I just heard Himeno for the first time, and she's great. Power is just amazing. Power is just fantastic. I love dub Power. Japanese Power is great too. Power in general is just fantastic. Just good power. But the point is, Denji just fucking slices him and drinks him, and he just did this and fought him for 3 days straight. That's man, that's fucking crazy, because like we cut away from it and then all we see is like Himeno sitting and watching him just fucking fight. Like Kobeni and Araya are just in corners just freaking out. Power is just bored out of her mind, and Aki's just laying in bed just resting because he did get stabbed after all. And then Himeno has this moment where she's like, okay, it looks like it's finally over, and then just goes to Aki and just fucking sleeps with him, just fucking holds onto him like very tightly and just passes out. And then we see Denji and he finally reaches the heart, and as the devil says, I surrender, please stop, and he's just like pop, and we're good. And they just leave after 3 days. That's actually pretty good. I like that idea of them. They just fought for 3 days straight. Well, he fought for 3 days straight, just fucking slicing and drinking and slicing and drinking like a fucking berserker. Then just fucking cool. But also everyone else just kind of sat there without any food or water for 3 days. They were all fucking dying by the time they came out. So yeah, something I want to point out before we move away from this fight, but that was the resolution to the arc, is the fact that okay, so I mean, this is just for me, right? This is just for me. We got to hear bits of the full version to Hawatari Nyoku Sentai, the Maximum the Hormone song that you heard as the third ending for Chainsaw Man that I reacted to because I love that band so much and I love that ending so much. So that sequence when Denji was slicing the Eternity Devil during the beginning of the episode, right before the intro, Hawatari Nyoku Sentai started playing with Demon and the Name of Devil. And that was great and all, but then we got to hear pieces of the full version, and I went back to listen to it just now, and like it's clearly that's clearly what it is, because we have this moment, because I can hear Daisuke Han. Is it Daisuke Han or is it Maximum Teruyoku? I wasn't sure. It's happening in the background, so it's difficult to tell. I'm gonna say it's Daisuke Han just because it's harsh vocals, but you can hear this part of the song where he goes whoa, whoa, whoa. That's not part of the version of the song that we heard in the outro, in the ending 3. That's not part of that version. So this is from the full version, and that's definitely them. I can tell that that's them playing. So that's not just like a composition for the show that they just made the fuck up. No, this is actually part of the full version of the song. And you might listen to this and be like, who gives a shit? Of course, Ben made song that has full version. Shocking. That's what my friend told me. And I was like, shut the fuck up. You don't know what it's like to be a Maximum the Hormone fan. Like, like, the moment I heard the original version of the TV size version of the song, like 4 weeks ago, I was like, I need the full version immediately. I was losing my mind. And I've listened to that song so many fucking times already, that only the TV edit, and I can't wait for the full version. So hearing just a tiny drop of what the full version of the song's gonna be in the background of an episode, I'm like, fuck yeah, let's go. Oh my god. So yes, I am I'm so happy that we heard that. I can't wait for the full version of the song to come out. I literally, while I was talking, I just checked on Maximum the Home on Spotify again just to make sure that they didn't upload it while I was talking, but no. I'm just gonna wait. I'm just gonna wait for it to come out. I want it to come out immediately. Like, fuck, why do I have to wait? Anyway, all right. So we got to hear a little bit of Maximum the Home, and then I'm so happy that they played Maximum the Home as an insert song. I wish it was longer. I wish that fight was more epic and longer, and I heard Maximum the Home the entire time. That would have made me very happy. Okay, so the outro for this episode. I mean, I'm quite neutral towards the song. I don't really care about the song too much. Something I really did like about this outro though was the visuals. The visuals for this outro were fantastic. I love this outro so much. This outro looks like city pop. I mean, it looks like 90s, 80s anime. Not even anime, it looks like 90s, 80s in general. And we get to see a lot of like casual and city lines and the night lights. And that's very city pop, actually. Like, all of these are city pop visuals. I wish the song was city pop too. It wasn't. It didn't sound like city pop. I'm sorry. But like when I saw that, I was like, oh my god, is this song gonna be city pop? I think I said it out loud and it wasn't. So I'm like a little bit disappointed by the song this time. And it's entirely because the visuals were too good. I like city pop a lot. I'm sorry, like city pop is just a good genre. It's a genre that I listen to city pop sometimes, and I just think back to what it was like to be a woman in my 40s just going out and living the life in nighttime Tokyo and just dancing my ass off, wearing like giant colorful suits with shoulder pads in them, you know? And like, I didn't live that life to my knowledge, but that's how I feel. That's what city pop does to you. I like city pop a lot. If you have never listened to city pop, I mean, I don't know how you're watching an anime and you don't know what city pop is, but just literally just Google city pop on YouTube and you'll find like some playlist or whatever, and it's all fucking bangers. It's a great ass genre. I love it. I'm a fucking perpetual motion machine. That's what Denji said. All right, we have this entire sequence with them at the bar. We get to see a bunch of characters that we haven't seen before, and I'm just gonna say that they are probably like filler characters. Honestly, like, I mean, not filler, but like they're not gonna matter. I'm guessing, or like maybe they'll matter in the sense that like we'll find like a devil. And it's gonna be like, oh, we send Division 5 or whatever there are, because it's like a group of dudes. I don't know who they are. I'm just gonna say they're like Division 5, and it's like we send Division 5 to take care of the devil, and then when we get there, they're all fucking dead. And it's like, oh my god, Division 5, we had one episode with you guys, and you're all dead now. And it's like, yeah. In fact, they have this moment where they just talk about like the new rookie they're joining, and they're like, oh yeah, he died. And then Arai and Kobeni have like a moment of like, wait, people die that frequently in this job? And they're like, yeah. They're like completely desensitized to it. So that's something I enjoyed. Power has, according to her, either 100 IQ, 200 IQ, 500 IQ, or 1000 IQ. Yeah, we'll see about that. Her Power's IQ is, I'm betting it's like 70. Well, here's the thing about IQ, is that it's like fucking bullshit. IQ is literally just like a number that people like to use in order to feel better about other people, or storytellers like to use as a way to immediately quantify how much of a badass or scary a character is, or how much of an idiot and you don't have to pay attention to what they're saying a character is. It's just like a quick way to do it in like literally 2 or 3 characters. And I think IQs are fucking bullshit, but they're funny in this instance, so I like them for that alone. I was just skimming through the episode and I saw the worst frame of Himeno puking into Denji's mouth. Okay, so people here did say that everyone has, like, Himeno has kissed everybody here, basically. So this is just the thing that she does. I like her a lot. I really do. I'm watching that scene at the end with Himeno and Denji, and it's like, they animated that in POV. like POV, Himeno's drunk and writing your dick. It's like, oh my god, guys. Like, they know what they're doing. They absolutely know what they're doing. And I mean, and it works, right? It's effective, but also it's fucked up. And again, another thing I just want to mention that I noticed, but Himeno and Aki, they're together. They're getting a piece of the gun devil from some devil. Himeno has this thing where she goes like, oh, let's go have a party together. Let's all go meet with the rookies and shit. Because she's trying to convince Arai and Komini not to quit after they got fucked up by a fucked up devil, and also they almost killed Denji, so they feel guilty about it. Himeno is like, Aki, come on, let's go get together and have a celebration of sorts. And it's like, okay. Aki says, you just want to do this because of the drinks. I can see that. I'm not gonna say that's not true, but I also feel like Himeno very clearly wants to do this just to get Aki to hang out with her. Again, she definitely wants to have a thing with him. She cares so much about him and him alone. The thing here is that even if she jokes around like, oh yeah, I just want to get drinks, haha, but let's go, let's do it. Then Aki goes, okay, let me invite Miss Makima then. And then it becomes, okay, Aki invites Makima, the one woman that has a hold over him. And like Himeno realizes this because she says it at the end of the episode. She's like, what is it with you two always talking about Makima? It's like, okay. So this is not something that is very apparent, but if you pay attention to it, this is the case. It's that she's definitely only doing this just to hang out with Aki. And then the moment Aki brings home Makima, she's like, oh fucking goddamn it. Again with the Makima. So I think that's the final thing I wanna bring here. I wanna mention. I mean, oh, I want to talk about Ari for a second, just a tiny bit. Is that when after the barfing thing, Denji has this thing where he's barfing in the bathroom, and Ari is like helping him. I used to look after my mom when she came home drunk from work. Oh, okay. So that's what he says. We'll learn a little bit about Ari's family then, at least his mom. But I also like that he's taking care of Denji here. He's like, come on, big boy, let's go, let's spew, okay. It's gonna be alright. Like, he's like patting his back. That's cool. I like that. I like that he's like taking care of Denji here, because like before that, I feel like they were at odds, and they were actually. Like, Ari didn't like Denji's entire thing, and he also felt like he definitely. I think he has a thing for him now. Funny. It becomes a weird thing of like who has a thing for who, but I like that he's looking after Denji here. And Denji probably doesn't appreciate it because all he's thinking about is like, dude, my first kiss tasted like barf. But Arai is looking after him, and I appreciate that. I appreciate this character. Arai seems like a cool guy. So, okay. Even if his design is a little bit boring, I like the guy. He seems like a cool guy. We also learned that Makima can drink an absolute shit ton of everything and not care about it at all. Because Aki was like, do you know about the deal with Denji? And Makima's like, I'll tell you if you drink more than me. And then we see Himeno and Aki just fucking pass the fuck out drunk. There are so many fucking like giant like jugs of beer. And they're fucking dying. And Makima's just sitting there drinking quietly. Nothing wrong. I kind of want to say, I'm not gonna commit to this thought, but I'm just gonna throw it out there. Makima might not be human. She might be posing really well as a human, but like, okay, so this is like a little bit of meta knowledge. Not spoilery, but meta knowledge. And it's the fact that my friend sent me like a bunch of like, my friend sent me like a merch of Chainsaw Man. It was like an image of like a bunch of characters from Chainsaw Man, and they were all like sleeping, and it was basically like them being asleep, and Himeno was like holding a pillow, and Power was just like a complete mess, just splattered all over the fucking bed. And with Denji, well, there were two Denjis, one normal Denji and one Denji that's a kid sleeping with Pochita, and that was all very fine and great. But the only character who was not sleeping was Makima. She was just laying there in bed with her eyes open, and she looks as creepy as she always does. And that might just be a thing of like, we want to display Makima in the creepiest way possible every time. So we can't show Makima just sleeping. Like, sleeping is like a normal thing that normal people do, right? Makima is creepy. She can't just be sleeping in this piece of merch. She has to look like psychopathic. That can just be the case. Now I'm thinking maybe she's not human. Maybe she doesn't sleep. Maybe she can drink whatever the fuck she wants because her body's not normal. She's literally not human. I don't know. I'm literally pulling this out of my ass. I can see it though. If she's not human, then what is she? She could be a devil. She definitely acts like one. She looks like one. Her fucking blood red hair and her whatever the fuck is going on with her eyes. They look very cool. They're creepy. So that's also another case. I don't know. I'm literally pulling this entire thing out of nothing here. I do not wish to see the barfing scene again. I accidentally skimmed over it for a second. We learned that Denji cannot read a lot of kanji. So that's cute because it shows that Denji doesn't have a lot of education. But also I know that not most Japanese people actually don't know that many kanji. They probably do know enough kanji to read like a menu at a restaurant, but I do know that kanji is not like an alphabet that like everybody knows everything of it. It's something that like people actually have to study like a lot in order to finally remember all the kanji, and most Japanese people don't do that. So most Japanese people only know the kanjis that they're gonna immediately use in their daily life. So Denji hasn't, because that's also the thing, Denji didn't have an education, but also he didn't have enough of a life in order to just see kanji around, you know, enough, because like even if you didn't get educated properly on what kanji means what, but like if you went to restaurants enough in your life, then you would probably learn what kanjis mean what. But because Denji hasn't, then he has no idea. So this also shows that Denji not only doesn't have a lot of education, but he just also doesn't have a lot of life experiences in order to just know these kanji. So that's just a tiny thing that I like to point out. Power ate most of the food. You know what? I'm like Power sometimes, honestly. She's just like, give me all the chicken nuggets. And I'm like, you know what? Same, honestly. I ate like 14 chicken nuggets earlier. Maybe that's why I got that headache, honestly. But okay. I'm just fucking disgusting. Okay, I'm just gonna go now. I don't think there's much else I can say. I hope Himeno doesn't fuck Denji because that would be really weird. I hope Himeno doesn't die because that would make me really sad. I hope Maximum the Hormone puts out the full version of their song because that would make me very happy. Okay, what's up? Sorry, I'm adding a new thing here to the video that I forgot to record yesterday because I recorded that yesterday and it's been a day. But after I finished recording, I immediately remembered that there were like one or two things that I wanted to add that I forgot to talk about because it had been so many hours since I watched the episode. But okay, during the fight against the Eternity Devil, right at the beginning of the episode, the Eternity Devil actually mentioned Pochita. I mean, he didn't say Pochita, he said Chainsaw, the Chainsaw Devil. But like at one point he said like, Chainsaw, how far have you fallen or something like that? Or like, I will be the one to kill Chainsaw. And like, that's the other thing, is that like, even previous episode he was like, give me Chainsaw. So I'm just sitting here thinking like, okay, like what's going on with Pochita, right? Because I'm starting to think that there might have been like I thought this off screen, but like Pochita might have had like a past, because I was thinking about like the first time we see Pochita's like injured and it's this small tiny dog, right? And it's like, okay, we can just take that for granted. But now I'm thinking like, how was Pochita injured? Like maybe Pochita was in a fight and maybe like someone stole Pochita's power in some way. And maybe Pochita was actually like a giant chainsaw demon or something. Like, because again, chainsaws are scary. Chainsaws are scary as fuck. So the fact that Pochita was just this tiny weak little dog, I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. So I'm thinking like Pochita maybe was a very powerful, fearful demon that everybody knew about. Everyone was like, oh my god, the Chainsaw Devil. Like that's a crazy powerful devil. Nobody fucks with the Chainsaw Devil, right? but maybe someone did, maybe someone injured the Chainsaw Devil, and maybe they stole its power or something, and maybe we just befriended him without knowing, and now Denji has the demon lore of devils just in his heart, right? Like, I don't know where Pochita came from, but now I'm thinking that, like, that's the thing. We're gonna learn about Pochita's origins, and maybe we'll see that reflected in other devils that are gonna be like, hey, Chainsaw, like talking directly to Denji as if Denji was Pochita. Pochita knows them, and they know Pochita knows what's going on, but Denji doesn't. So maybe we'll get to learn more about Pochita's past, which would be great, because Pochita is a character that, like, everybody loves. There's so much Pochita merch. There is, like, I've seen so many Pochita memes, like, a lot, and Pochita shows up for, like, couple minutes in the first episode. That's it. Like, and it is great. We love Pochita, but, like, we don't see Pochita because Pochita ceased to be a character and now instead is part of Denji. I want to see more Pochita, and we got to see Pochita in one flashback in this episode, and I want to bring it up just because I didn't talk about it at all, but it is when Himeno pukes in Denji's mouth, and then we got to see a flashback where Denji is eating garbage. He's eating like a garbage hamburger with Pochita, and he sees some rats eating puke, and he laughs at the rats. And it could just be like a funny thing, but in some ways it's like sad. It's trying to be sad, I think, and I feel like what it's trying to draw here is basically telling you that Denji has, like, somehow sunk even lower, right, in a way, because he continuously tries to chase the things that he thinks he needs or wants, but that's not really good for him. So I think that's maybe what that scene is supposed to be, but it's just a sad scene, and it's sad that this is where Denji's at in life a little bit. A lot of things are happening, and it's all terrible. Like, his first kiss was a very traumatic experience, and now I don't know what the fuck is about to happen at the end of the episode. But yeah, I'm just gonna go. I was just sneezing off screen for a second, so I'm just gonna go. This is the only thing I wanted to mention before I forgot. Yeah, I'm just gonna disappear. Go back to the normal video now. Okay, I'm just gonna go now. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in for this episode of Chainsaw Man. See you guys next week. Alright, everyone, thank you so much for watching this episode reaction to Chainsaw Man. If you would like to watch the next one, then make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss them as soon as they come out. Support the channel or on Patreon, get full reaction episodes, and just be a cool guy in general. Alright, thank you so much for tuning in. See you guys next time. Bye.